So we're going to be having classes there. At the library.
Good afternoon, welcome to the Rotary Club of LaGrange on Wednesday, May 24th, 2023. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the invocation to be given by Susan Ferguson.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Does that mean I'm up? Please pray with me. Dear Lord, we thank you for the gift of another day. We thank you for the rain. Dear Lord, there's so many things to be thankful for, but we also just ask your blessing for a healing hand on our community. You know, there has been so much negativity and naysayers, and we just ask that you put a burden on their heart to be part of the solution instead of being part of the problem. I thank you so much for all of our community leaders, our law enforcement, our elected officials, and Lord, we ask not only for this community, but for our state, our country, and our world, that you will just place healing hands and guide us in the right direction. I thank you so much for this food and ask you to bless it to the nourishment of our bodies. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Susan, and Scott will come introduce our guest.
Good afternoon. Good Wednesday afternoon, everybody. We have some guests today, so I'd like to welcome the guests, and as I call your name, please stand and remain standing until I call out all the guests, and then we'll recognize you. First off, we have Zachary Taylor, the guest of Ken Miles. We have Christy Cranford, a guest of Caitlin Link. She is also with Sheridan Construction. We have Alex Brock, a guest of Shirley Pennybaker, and he is interning with Shirley. So welcome.
Have a few wedding anniversaries. James and Katie Van Shore, 16 years, Saturday the 27th. Carol and Mark Acree, tonight, 44 years on Saturday. Oh, there you go. 44 years. Wow, got that one right. And then Raylene and Gary Carter, not from the Expo, 25 years tomorrow. Don't forget, you should have gotten an invitation to the annual banquet, which is Thursday, June 15th, and you need to RSVP with names of everybody that's coming to tomorrow. And on the invitation is her cell phone number, her beeper number, her address, and email address. No trouble on that. We have a special guest with us today, Mr. Sexton, who is with the Kiwanis Club, but also has something special going on Memorial Day. He's going to tell us about this piece of hardware.
Thank you. This Sunday afternoon, we will be, the Rainbow League will be out at the Chalon Cemetery. We will start, we will have flags out there at 1 o'clock, we'll be there at 1:30. But we need all the help that we can get from it. If you can, and you're in town, if you would come out to help us put flags on the flag. We have something over 1,000 that I can put on that afternoon. You don't have to be there at 1 or 1:30. We don't have a clock that we punch in, so come when you can. I want to also ask that if you have your children and or grandchildren, bring them with you. This is their opportunity to learn what Memorial Day is. Appreciate your help. We'll look forward to seeing as many as you can. Thank you.
And we have some time for happy dollars, if you're happy to have a dollar. Here we go.
I don't have a dollar, but I'm gonna put 20 in just so that I'll. And also, I want to point out, I put some cards on each one of the tables. As we move forward in our 100-year celebration, we're looking to embrace a local cause. Literacy has pretty much been identified. But I'm looking for more input regarding local providers, local service agencies, and further literacy efforts in LaGrange and the surrounding areas. Somebody or a program that you think we should step behind, please fill this out before we go to table action.
Well, I'm very happy because this year I had 3 applicants to be interns with me that were my former students. Alex has graduated and is headed to Liberty University for his master's in counseling. But I've also had 2 others. The beauty is, as I say to many people, don't compete with my students. They're gonna win.
Thank you. As you can tell, our program today is our very special guest, really a member, Whit Carey. Whit came to LaGrange in 76, after stints as the PR director of Holiday Inns International in Memphis, and as marketing director for Palo Gardens, started his own insurance and claiming services firm in 1980. He's been a Rotarian for about 55 years since he was 2. So he's also an author, as you can tell, Delta Jacks and Other Cards, a book about his life and family, but a lot of history and growing up in the Mississippi Delta. He's also a photographer and apparently a musician. He's also a caller, a dancer. He taught Elvis how to gyrate in the early days of the lowlands of Mississippi. If you pay close attention, he may tell you what the J stands for in J. Whit Carey. Y'all know him as Whit, and here he is.
Here I sit with my guitar, and it's all my sister's fault. I grew up in the Mississippi Delta. My father was a cotton farmer, and my sister was 2 years older. And at age 16, she never got involved with blues, because we didn't know what blues was back then, even though Robert Johnson was born on a farm next to ours. We grew up there. But when the devil's music came, the rock and roll, those great lyrics, I'm like a one-eyed cat peeping in a seafood store. She got into that, and then at age 16, she told Daddy, I got to go hear this guy in Memphis. He's playing in a baseball field up there. And Daddy said, well, get 2 of your friends. He looked at me and said, you're going too, and you get a friend, because I don't want to be outnumbered. And so we drove up to Memphis, 40 miles away, and all the way up there, he's talking about, you girls ready to hear Albert Preston? And they go, hee hee hee. And anyway, we got to the baseball field, and there on a flatbed truck was a guy, and we were sitting at third base, and he started singing, goodness gracious, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a man up a fuzzy tree. Great lyrics. But turned out it was Elvis getting started. And the girl was screaming, and when it was over, Elvis came right down the third base line. My sister jumped over the rail and was trying to get to third base with Elvis Presley. But Elvis ducked down into the dugout, and my sister had to be content with picking up grass he'd stepped on. So I looked at my friend, and I could see he was thinking the same thing I was thinking. We got to get guitars, don't we? So we did, and I don't know a single Elvis song. I don't know how to read a single note of music, but folk music was just making the scene. So we started learning all the Kingston Creole songs that we could, and went from there. And he really took it. He had a studio built into his house. He was working on an opera now, but I'm just plodding away in my ignorance. So, I really took folk singing seriously when I got to Vanderbilt. Started out in pre-med, next year pre-law. Next year I majored in folk music and fraternity. I had no idea what I wanted to do. And somebody said, why don't you just go to Europe, figure it out. So I went to Europe. And I said, I've seen the Atlantic. I think I'm going to go the other way. And I bought a pack for $1 from Paris flea market. Took off with one change of clothes and a guitar. And in a Madrid guitar shop, I walked in, and this old bum, came in off the street. I was looking at him. He went straight to the wall and plucked an old flamenco guitar off the wall. It was so old it had wooden peg tuning. And I said, this is going to be interesting. And it was. He really wore that thing out. And I bought it for $40 and got rid of my American guitar. It was special. Except one day I stepped into it. I went to sleep with it by the bed. Got up and stepped in. So I'm stuck with this new Spanish guitar. So, well, I just play one. The theme, I was trying to figure out a theme, and I think it's loss and leaving would be the theme of this. When you get 81 years old, those things kind of prey on your mind, and those are the kind of songs I've been learning lately. So, but back then, we went all the way back as far as Woody Guthrie, and this is one that he wrote. Go to sleep, you weary hobo. Let the towns drift slowly by. Can't you hear the steel rails humming? Oh, Lord. That's the hobo's lullaby. And don't you worry about tomorrow. Let tomorrows come and go. Tonight you're in a nice warm boxcar. So you're safe from all that rain and snow. Well, I know your clothes are torn and tattered, and your hair is turning gray. Lift your head, smile at trouble. You'll find peace and rest someday. Well, I know the railroad police cause trouble. They cause trouble everywhere. When you die and go to heaven, oh, you'll find no policeman there. So another old song from the folk days was a little black girl born in 1800s in Alabama, and she got her hands on a guitar and learned to play it bottom side upward. Taught herself. And she wrote a song, and nobody knew about the song. She went up to New York worked at the home of a guy named Pete Seeger. And she picked up a guitar and played this, and it just swept the folk music circles. It's called Freight Train, and it goes like this. Freight train goes so fast. Freight train goes so fast. I don't care what train I'm on, as long as it keeps moving on. When I die in my grave, no more good times do I crave. Place them stones at my head and feet, tell them that I'm gone to sleep. Well, I really got into folk singing and decided I'd just hitchhike around the world. It took me 10 months, $1,300. The guitar was a good tool to get free lodging and food everywhere I went. So then I came back and I decided I better, straighten up and learn a profession. Because as you can tell, my voice isn't very good. I had cancer surgery in '81 and it really got narrowed down to what I could handle. And so I really quit playing because I couldn't sing. And then Pure Life opened up and they had an open mic night. I said, I'm gonna go try it. I think I can find a narrow range that my voice could handle. And I performed a lot there. And then I was the house photographer. I went to all the concerts for free. But and then I started writing songs again, and I wrote one about my wife. She died 5 years ago after 52 years of marriage. She was this young, beautiful, energetic, funny, intelligent girl when I married her, and things were just great. We had 2 sons, and then things started to unravel. She suffered with depression that evolved into bipolar disorder, and that evolved into memory loss. So I wrote the song, and I've been in that guitar shop, and I remember that guy playing that tune 60-something years ago. And I said at the time, 60-something years ago, I'm going to use that little run there to do a song. It took me about 62 years to get around to it. And this is what came out. When I first met you, the world seemed brand new. My rambling days were through. When you said I do, I see the summer in your hair, see the laughter in your eyes. I'm walking on air with you by my side. I'll be true, I swear, to the day I die. Life was so carefree, sunshine and champagne, slowly turning cloudy, the chance of rain. I see the autumn in your hair, see a teardrop in your eye. What's going on in there? What makes you cry? I'll be true, to the day I die. Do you still love me? Know my name? Fluttering memories fly into the flame. I see the winter in your hair, see the twilight in your eye. You're stuck there in midair, forgetting how to fly. I'll be true, I swear, to the day I die. Now you're in the dust, down beside the lane. Now your voice is hushed, now you feel no pain. I say a little prayer each time I pass by. I was always there, always by your side, and I'll be by your side when I cross the great divide. After she died, I kind of became a hermit for a little while. I didn't want to be out in the world. By the time I was ready to go out and mix and mingle again, COVID hit. Back in the hermit mode. So I wrote some more songs. And I was trying to imagine if I had a different kind of marriage, what would that be like? And imagine an old man who predeceases his wife. And it was his childhood sweetheart, and she's there by his side. And this is that song. She gently held his hand, knelt down by his bed. A penny for your thoughts. This is what he said. It was never forever. We all run out of time, but we strung our songs together. Your melody and my rhyme. So bury me, but keep the memory. Play my old guitar above me. Sing a while, leave a smile. Tell me you love me. Remember when we were young, singing in the tree. I was king and you were calm. It was perfect harmony. It was never forever, but it seemed so at the time when we sang in tune together. Your with your song still in you. It was never forever, but your melody and my rhyme I'll take you across the river until the end of time. Don't let me be a part. Keep me in your heart. And as time marches on, the wind will sing our song. Here's a song that Shenandoah did, and it encapsulates for me what COVID was all about. I don't pick up the mail. I don't pick up the phone. Don't answer the door. Just soon be alone. I don't keep this place up. I just keep the lights down. I don't live in these rooms. I just rattle around. I'm just a ghost in this house. Just a shadow upon these walls. As quiet as a mouse, I haunt these halls. Just a whisper of smoke. All that's left of two hearts on fire. That once burned out of control, took my body and soul. I'm just a ghost in this house. I don't care if it rains. I don't care if it's clear. Don't mind staying in. There's another ghost here. She sits down in your chair. She glows with your light. She lays down her head on your pillow at night. Just a ghost in this house. Just a shell of the man I was. Living proof of the damage heartbreak does. Just a whisper of smoke. All that's left of two hearts on fire. That once burned out of control, took my body and soul. So, I'm just a ghost in this house. So, I was a ghost. And I'm back, I think. That might be an apparition, I'm not sure. So, here's a song Bob Dylan did. Gotta find the lyrics to it, I forgot it. But he did a train song. And if you listen to the first line, you'll hear the word train, and that's the only thing it has to do with train. While riding the train, going out west, I fell asleep, thought I'd take my rest. I dreamed a dream that made me sad, turning myself to the first few friends I ever had. With half-damp eyes, I stared to the room where my friends and I spent many an afternoon, where we together weathered many a storm, laughing and singing to the early hours of the morn. By the old stove where I had some song, our words were told the songs of song, where we long for nothing and we're quite satisfied, joking and a talking about the wicked world outside, with haunted hearts through heat and cold. We never thought we could grow. We thought we could sit forever in fun, but our chances really were 1,000,001. Oh, I wish in vain that we could sit simply in that room again. $10,000 at the drop of a hat, I'd give it all gladly. If our lives could be like that. Now many a year has passed and gone, many a gamble with the lost one, and many a road taken by first friend. Each one I've never seen again. Bad thing about growing old, yeah, I lived some of his friends. He just walked away from them, but we had a lot of good friends. We've all not seen in a long time. So I think the classic song of loss and longing was one that Johnny Cash sang. It was a Chris Christopherson song, and he shook up the country music world. He did Help Me Make It Through the Night. And he said, lay your head on my pillow, hold your warm tender body next to mine. And the country music executives were aghast. And this one really shook him up. It was about coming off of a high. And nobody would record it but Johnny Cash, who had seen this guy pushing a broom around the studio, made friends with him, and he said, I'll record that. And this is probably the classic downer song of all. Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head, it didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. Then I fumbled in the closet, threw my clothes, and found my cleanest dirty shirt. And I washed my face and combed my hair, stumbled down the stairs to meet the day. Well, I'd smoked my mind the night before, cigarettes and songs that I'd been picking. And I lit my first and watched a small kid cussing at a can that he was kicking. As I crossed across the street, caught the sunny smell of someone fried chicken. And it took me back to something I'd lost somewhere somehow along the way. On the Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's nothing like a Sunday makes a body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound of a sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down. In the park I saw a daddy with a laughing little girl. He was swinging. I stopped beside a Sunday school and listened to the song that they were singing. As I headed back to home, somewhere far away a lonely bell was ringing. And it echoed through the canyons of the disappearing dreams of yesterday. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something about a Sunday makes a body feel alone. it's short of dying, half as lonesome as the sun of a sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down. Wish I had a voice. Willie Nelson wrote one. I never thought of it as being a downer. And he said it was one of his two favorite songs. One was On the Road Again, and this one. And an interviewer said, is that a positive song or is that a sad song? And Willie said, well, I guess you could take it either way. And the interviewer pointed out that Willie had lost a son to suicide. And I listened to it differently after I read that. And because I lost a son to suicide too. So if you had not fallen, I would not have found you. Angel flying too close to the ground. I patched up your broken wings, hung around for a little while, trying to keep your spirits up and your fever down. I knew that someday you would fly away, for love is the greatest healer to be found. So leave me if you need to. I will still remember, and you'll fly too close to the ground. I can't play that. Last verse. So fly away, past the speed of sound. I'd rather see you up than see you down. So leave me if you need to. I will still remember, angel flying too close to the ground. That's that. So back to Chris Cox. Don't look so sad. I know it's over. But life goes on, and this whole world will keep on turning. Let's just be glad we had some time to spend together. There's no need to watch the bridges that we're burning. Lay your head upon my pillow. Hold your warm tender body next to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops falling soft against the window. Make believe you love me one more time for the good times. I'll get along. You'll find another, and I'll be here if you should find you ever need me. Don't say a word about tomorrow forever. There'll be time enough for sadness when you leave me. Lay your head on my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body next to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops falling soft against the window. Make believe you love me one more time for the good time. Through faster than I thought I would. Dig up one more here.
We're gonna have to call you the highwayman.
Yeah, like hitting the highway, man. We'll play this one. This end on a kind of, maybe, hopefully upbeat note. Last night I had the strangest dream I've ever had before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. I dreamed I saw a mighty room filled with Rotarians, and the paper they were signing said we never will fight again. And when papers were all signed and 1,000,000 copies made, they all joined hands, bowed their heads. Great, grateful prayers were prayed, and the people in the streets below were dancing round and round, and guns and swords and uniforms, they scattered all around. So, my time is near, literally. It's getting old, it's getting old. They say when an old person dies, it's like burning down a library. So I got my library for sale here. Shameless commerce here. So in there is a story about hitchhiking around the world, about Elvis, all that stuff in the Delta, music and everything. So I got time for one more. Ken? Okay. I gave my daughter a ukulele, my granddaughter a ukulele, and she took lessons, learned it. Then she got a guitar, learned it. Then she got a mandolin, learned it. Got a piano, learned it. I said, I got to keep up with this girl. So I said, I got to learn something current. Yeah. So I picked a song from Radiohead. It's got great lyrics, but I don't know what it means. When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You look like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. You're so very special. I wish I was special belong here. Don't care if it hurts. I want to have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. But I don't want you to know this. I'm not around. You're so very special. Wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the heck am I doing here? I don't belong here. She's running out the door.
Thank you, Whit. Really special, when you're alone and you remember those words, what were the winter in your hair and twilight in your eye, don't cry, so, but I know you will. I really appreciate you being here today. Being a man of few words and even less eloquence, we need people like you that can, inform, impart knowledge, wisdom, and do it in an entertaining manner. So, really highly recommend his book. It's worth just getting for his description of the founding of New Orleans. It's, page 19, I think, so I really recommend that book. And of course, in honor of your being here today, we'll be making a donation to Polio Plus, which is Rotary's initiative to eradicate polio worldwide. Be sure to say, Whit, we didn't find out what the J stands for. Yeah, I have to be nice to and ask about that.
J, period. And I'm cursed because every computer wants me to put my whole name in. That's it. My father was Jackson. By the time I was born, there's so many Jackson in the family, his name is Jay.
So there it is, J. Whitley period, only a J. Next week is Michael Chris from Atlanta Federal Reserve. We are adjourned. Thank you for being here.
That was great. We enjoyed it so much.
10. Great job. Great job. Great job. Great job.
You got a square? You got a square? Maybe check. Huh? Maybe check. Okay. You sure it doesn't. No, you remember Jim Powell, Vanderbilt? Anyway, he was there when we were, and I used to stand with him in June. How much check? And we got extra copies of when you went down to the islands. Okay.
Thank you. That was awesome. So nice. Let's put them in there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. You know, today's popular is purple.
Well, there's a fellow. I want you to sign it. You sign it?
I will.
How much are it?
10. Huh?
10 for show, 10 for book.
Well, yes, I Read
There you go. So I sent my Jack's daughter.
Yes. Moving up to Colorado.